Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one, when I go live and all that good stuff. And to hear me addressing people like Mike Conley, who got something to say, talking about some Miss K taking way too long. It's 11:01, and it's not no freaking 11:01. It's 12:01. Maybe where you are, it's 11:01, but it's 12:01 where I am. I'm a minute late. It's okay. Thank you guys for waiting for me. Naya Johnson, a new member. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So now you are one of the people that get the perks of my first reaction. You don't have to wait. You get to listen to my first fresh thoughts of an episode. And I did drop one of Power Book 2 Goes the last episode. Actually, this episode that we're just talking about tonight, I did drop that. So here it is. I'm talking about it now anyway, though, but I thank you. Thank you, Naya. So DeMarcus Vaughn is in the building. What's up? Rashonda Greer, Mike Conley, of course. One Shot Gaming, Art Love, how you doing? And Marlon Easton, guys. Let's get into this. Listen, if you are here and you have not seen the episode, I love you, but you're in the wrong place. Because I am about to start off with a spoiler. And it happens sometimes, guys. Like sometimes there's certain things that happen in a freaking episode and I am pissed off. And I'm not happy. And that is what happened to freaking Lorenzo, guys. All right. Now, I have to tell you guys, Lorenzo has not been one of my favorite characters or anything like that. I didn't give a crap when he first came on the scene. I didn't even want him to come out of jail. Like, why the heck did they get him out of jail? Can you please tell me this? But now I don't understand why they did this. Like, why do they have to do me like this, right? Like, when I'm not giving two craps about a character, why don't you take him out during that time? But no, you gotta soften up Miss K's heart to the character so that when you do delete him, you want a sister to feel all bad and stuff like that. Like, and another thing too is I'm not really feeling Effie. I never really liked her. I don't trust her still. But the way they're doing me with her is almost like they're trying to soften a girl up to her as well, so that if anything goes on with her, I'm just like, I don't got time for the games, okay? But listen, I appreciate the way the writers write, but I don't got time for the games. If you're going to villainize someone, villainize somebody. Stop trying to humanize them. I don't want to hear it, okay? Speaking of villains, Noma, like, I'm over here thinking, Noma, I might have to like you. Listen, every now and then, Miss K gotta like a villain. I just have to. Gotta like one of the bad guys, okay? First of all, we watching a show that has drug dealers all over the place, and there are protagonists. So of course we're gonna like somebody bad, but I'm talking about the antagonist, who obviously Noma is that in this season. And for some reason, the way she came through, I was like, this is a bad B over here. I like that. I always like fierce, powerful women, so that's kind of my thing anyway. But Leon Rogers, hey, talking about what if Effie is Noma's child? What? That would be insane in the membrane. Jerry Carson, hi, new subscriber. Thank you so much. Thank you. Renee, what are you talking about? Breathe, Miss K, breathe. Lorenzo didn't deserve that, but he had to. I'm not doing this, okay? With the the non-caring. We're not doing this. All right, let's get into this, guys. I done talked enough. Monet colder than the Arctic. She sure is relaxed and chill. She sure is. I can't even deal. B, hey B. All right, guys. So here we go. All right. The episode starts off with Jenny and Blanca, and they're on the scene, okay? They're on the freaking scene. We're talking about the deletion scene. See, now they done got so daggone strict on YouTube that they've been limiting my videos. And I'm like, why are they limiting the monetization? And I think it's because I'm using the M word when it comes to deletion or saying the K word or whatever. So now we really got to say delete all the time instead of saying the M scene. It's a deletion scene, okay? Hey, DeMarcus, thank you for the super chat. Mother's Day is coming up soon, and Monet is the worst mother in Power Universe. You are ready for it, aren't you, DeMarcus? I love that. Yeah, we definitely got guys. For the people that are new to my channel, I did a for Mother's Day, we did the worst mothers in the top 10 worst mothers in the history of TV and movie and TV history. So, some of my people, they ready for the next round, and we will be taking that list. You're right, DeMarcus. Thank you so much for reminding me. We will be taking that list, and Monet is that. We're going to talk more about that, DeMarcus, so I'm glad that you brought that up. We will be talking about this mother. And Monet is not somebody that I dislike, guys, but right now, her choices, absolutely horrible. Absolutely. Michelle Wiley, how are you doing, honey? Let me see. Art Love says, I call her Nomo because when she on screen, somebody won't be around Nomo. I like that one. Thank you again for the super chat, DeMarcus. So here we go, guys. Another reason why I've been liking this man. We got Jenny interrogating the crap out of Monet and asking these questions. How did you get to your gun so fast? And blah, blah, blah. And Lorenzo stepping up like, hey, whoa now, what's going on? Why are you treating her like she's the freaking suspect? She's the victim. I almost lost her and my daughter. Like, what is going on? So, we had Davis is on the side as well, answering questions. And Monet was holding it down, answering questions as well. But then you also have in the other room, a side, they have the women separated. We're talking about the mother and the daughter. They're separated. And she's also, Diana is being interrogated. Or I don't want to say interrogated, but kind of, right? I mean, we know what it is, right? It's not an interrogation room, but let's face it, especially Jenny, she was interrogating folks, okay? She's not supposed to be, but she was. All right, so we got Blanca. She's over there asking Diana the questions and all that stuff. Of course, they're making sure that the stories corroborate. So Saxe is the one that is representing her, okay? So let me see what else I got to say about that. All right, there's nothing else. Okay, so Monet, before he leaves, right? So Jenny leaves and so does Blanca. Before Davis leaves, Monet tells Davis that she got rid of the police file. And, she just wants to put everything behind her. And she tells him that she was jumping to conclusions, because he's like, I'll have those questions answered for you, whatever. She's like, it's okay. I was jumping to conclusions. Like, leave it alone. At this point, you already know she's got her plan in motion, guys. If she's going to tell this dude that it's okay, I was jumping to conclusions, she's trying to free herself from basically letting him know her plans of committing deletion, okay? And that's just that. All right, so we know that also Tariq finds out that IG was out of the country the night that Zeke was killed. So he tells Monet this because first he went and told Tate that we might have some information. I got some information for you. So this way you can kind of close out Zeke's murder case and, do what you got to do. It'll be a win for you. So he takes this, and I think he took this information to Blanca, and Tate must have got the news that Guap was out. IG was out of the country when this situation happened. So there was no way that he could have deleted Zeke. All right. And that's that. So now Tariq goes and tells Monet that there's no way that IG could have deleted Zeke. And she's like, what? Like, how do you know? He said, trust me, the information the source that I got, it don't get no realer than this, So now she has to go and ask her son, Kane, where did he get this information? He said, Poppy told me. First, he didn't want to say anything, but he kept it real. I mean, honestly, it's sad because what is he supposed to do? Of course, he wants to protect his father, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, like what? I can't just lie. You know what I mean? Like, look where all the lies it has gotten them so far. IG, an innocent man, for this, as far as this goes, with Zeke, he was deleted. So it's like, come on. All right. So it's like, might as well tell the truth. Pops told me. And she said, you just believed him? He's like, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Like, this is not some ninja off the street. Like, it's Pops you talking about. Like, hello. And plus, we did have some previous beef with the Guap, so it would make sense, which that was a good answer. And she's like, okay, And as Lorenzo told Zeke, I'm sorry, not Zeke, wow. As Lorenzo told his son Kane, your mother never shows her hand. So he's asking, like, do you think she believed you and all that stuff? And he's like, I don't know. But he's like, so Lorenzo said, your mother never shows her hand. And that is true, because in that moment, she didn't show him anything. Like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. So she's gonna act like she believes him, but at the same time, she's also thinking like, you know what I mean? She's something else. Monet is something else, and yeah, depending on how old everything plays out in this season, I'm not sure if she's going to be on my list of people that I'm ready to go as well. Because at some point, sometimes people just be getting on my daggone nerves, guys. I'm not going to freaking lie to you. All right, so I just need to talk about RSJ real quick, guys. He is a freaking man. Let's just call it what it is. So far, so good. I like this character. I love how he's always putting Uncle Lucas in his place, you know, like he was, you know, you got Tariq in this office in this meeting and he's translating, right? And they have this Italian client or Italian, you know, Italian folks, business venture, whatever you want to call it. And he would like to talk to them face to face. And so he's saying, you know, I would like Tariq to be there. This is what RSJ is saying. I'd like Tariq to be there. And, you know, Lucas is like, Tariq is a little junior for a trip like this. And he's like, oh, so RSJ is like, oh, but he's not too junior to get my business. And then another thing is he's saying, well, so you mean to tell me that you could have your African-American intern in a meeting with me, but he can't be in a meeting with the Italians, you know, just he does not care. He calls it how he see it, all of that. And I love it. And on top of that, because I forgot to mention this last week, guys, this man right here, he puts respect on Ghost's name. Okay. And I was saying to y'all in one of my other lives that I don't like how they don't be putting no respect on Ghost's name. But this man, this new character, he comes around and he's already putting respect on his name. Like the last meeting, he said, what he said to Tariq, what would the late Grace, I'm sorry to say Grace, what would the late great James St. Patrick think about this, that, and the third, right? So I love that. And then he also brought up his father again. You know, he brought him up and he says that I can't lie to you. I do know your background and stuff. And he kind of put him in a position to be, you know, transparent with Tariq, but also like we have an understanding, relatable, right? Like I'm not just this millionaire. I'm relatable too. My father was a numbers runner. He was a criminal as well. So, and look at me, right? They tried to put his future. I mean, they tried to put his life on me, but look what I did. So I hope that you do the same thing. So I just love that. And I really hope that, you know, Tariq really gets it together. Like, I don't know what they're going to do. Honestly, we know that Courtney Kemp, she really loves Tariq's character. So I would be highly surprised if she deletes Tariq, or if, you know, she writes it in there that at the end of this whole thing, Tariq is deleted. I would be highly surprised. I would hope that he does well for his life and he really wants to get out of this thing, okay? Because it does look like more and more Tariq wants to get out of this life, which is a good thing. But anyway, guys, let's talk about Blanca. You look at this freaking guy's face. Let's just look at his face real quick. Freaking moron. And oh yeah, another thing about it is I like how RSJ was saying, you know, we're not going to be all pushy about it. Like, I'm not just showing up making these folks think that like they got it in the bag. You know, I need them to work for me. You know what I'm saying? Earn me. And that was cool too. And then you got Lucas like, oh yeah, that's why I know we needed you on our team and all of this crap, you know? He ain't a billionaire for nothing. There's a reason for this, okay? Now, here we have this scene here, guys, where Blanca, Sax, and freaking Jenny, well, really Blanca and Jenny are sulking over the deletion of Detective Whitman, okay? You know, oh, we should have listened to him. You know, Blanca says Whitman was unhinged, but he wasn't a criminal, right? And that's when Sax says a lot of white hats go criminal when their boats are rocked by a white whale. And, you know, he's just basically saying, like, y'all over here chasing stuff that's not real. Like, you so when you're so, remember, I think they talked about the white whale on BMF as well. Like they kind of referred to Big Meech as the white whale. And it is almost like this phantom thing that you're chasing. Like you're making a big deal out of somebody and it's not really there. But the crazy thing is, as much as I love Sax Oblivion, he's so wrong and they're so right. Like they're on to something. And I hate that, right? But we need somebody like Sax over there saying, you're reaching, because then we hear Blanca saying, oh, I have a hunch that, the Tahanas were killed, but I'm sorry, that they killed one of the Russians, right? One of the Russian plugs. It's just a hunch, but I'm just thinking that, right? And so as she's saying it, you got Jenny over there jumping right on it, like, yeah, to replace them, with another plug or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The exact thing that happened is what they're saying. And they have no proof, no nothing, just a freaking hunch. And I'm tired of the hunches, guys. I'm tired of the hunches because let me tell you something. Blanca's hunches be right. And then the thing about it is because they have a hunch, they go forward with this hunch and they want to freaking make everybody's life miserable, start digging and digging and digging. And I cannot take it. Yes. Relax and chill. So Blanca, she makes my butt itch. I mean, yeah, it's just, she's annoying. I'm sorry, Blanca. I'm sorry, the actress who plays Blanca, but your character is so annoying. All right. Now, Jenny in this scene, she starts barking at Sax, like, Davis must know who's supplying the Tejadas and all this stuff. Like, we're going off of your consigliere theories and everything. You got to give me something. Like, she looking like she is really, talk about unhinged. She looks like she's unhinged at this point. And I'm just like, this lady is really going downhill. Like, they over here drinking and stuff like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if she started drinking on a regular. Like, come on. And then she's scared as well. Like, we have to do something before it happens to us too, so whatever. Moving on. Let me see what else we got in my notes. All right. So now we have, Kane and his dad, and Kane is telling his father, Lorenzo, that he thinks that Monet might know something. She's on to something. And he's like, really? Yeah. What happened? What'd she say? Blah, blah, blah. And, Kane is just saying, listen, I think it's best that you tell, like, have you ever thought of telling her the truth? Like, you said this whole thing was an accident, right? So just tell her the truth. And he's like, nah, he can't do that. She'll never forgive me. And he's like, I think it's best that you tell the truth. And he's like, well, I don't. And I was like, come on. At this point, I'm thinking this is a mistake, right? That he's saying, I don't. But we see later on that he winds up doing it and he still gets got. I don't want to go further, guys. We'll get there. We will get there. Okay. But this is, and Kane's face when his father says, I don't, is just kind of like, it's a little bit of a concern, a little tiny bit of, you can see a little bit of sadness in there because he's a little concerned for his father. Of course. Like, how sad is it that when he starts to form a bond with his dad. I don't know how the bond was before he went inside, but he was angry with his dad for a while because he had him beat up in prison. So he's looking. And then plus on top of that, he's overlooking him, right? He's the oldest son, but he wanted Drew to be in charge, or he wanted to groom Drew. So not only does he feel rejected, but he also feels maybe even disliked or hated by his father because he got him beat up, and now it's like the bond is there. They're doing father and son things. The love is there. Not to say that he ever stopped loving his dad, but it's like, dag, man, now that we getting things back, this is when you take out the dad. And I'm just like, come on. Like, why'd you have to do this? All right, let me see where we're at now. All right, so we also have that Gordo finds out that his racist militia guy, was a CI. Okay. So, him and Drew kind of go at it because Drew was like, wait, your connect was a CI and you didn't know and blah, blah, blah. And Gordo was like, and he did make sense when he said it, like, if I was a snitch, why would I be telling you this situation right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. So, of course, Drew had to calm down. He's like, well, if you're going to handle the situation, I'm going to. So they went and they go to the hospital to finish the CI off just to find out that he's gone already. So the next move is to retrieve his belongings, because especially that phone. And they was able to do that by paying the lady Oh my gosh, a nice knot. Whoo! That girl got paid for the night. She could have quit her job, but might have been suspect. But listen, because honestly, if they didn't pay her, that would have been a scratch in my head moment. Like, how these two minorities come up to you and say they family or whatever and collect somebody's items. Like, that would have been a serious scratching my head moment. But they paid that girl off, and they paid her off well. All right. So they're going through the camera, through the phone and everything, and ripping it apart, putting it down the little the hole for like the sewer hole or whatever. And I'm just like, why did they do that so close to the hospital? That's the thing that kind of irked me. I'm not too sure I don't know if that would come back on them, but I just didn't like that. It was just too close, but it was still good. All right. So it might not come back to bite them, but you never know, because this is power. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, so let's see where else we're at, guys. So we have Monet, and she goes to see Evelyn. I don't think I have the screenshot. I don't have a lot of screenshots, guys, but it's okay. We all saw the episode, right? So let's just talk. All right. So she goes to see Evelyn, and without going into all the dialogue, she basically tells her what we talked about last week. The only way that she would be able to pin this situation on Lorenzo is if she said it was a hit. And that's exactly what the heck she did. Monet went and told Evelyn that Lorenzo put a hit out on Frank. And I also made the point that if she did that, then that means that there will be a war started. This is what I'm talking about. Like, she was not thinking. And listen, I have to give it to Evelyn, where she was like, I'm not even taking this. And first of all, there got to be a reason why. I know you. There has to be a reason why you're coming here and saying this to me. Like, what is it? How is that going to benefit you? Right? And she also says, I'm not even going to take this information and bother my sons with it, because I don't want them in a war. She would rather have her sons safe than to tell them about the situation. And then, daggone, but her sons are in the street. Of course, they're going to go after the person, you know what I'm saying, who deleted their dad. So, like I said, I respected Evelyn for this, but Monet is the one that should have took a page out of Evelyn's book in this situation, because here it is. You got this dude Gordo. She does have him. Clearly it was a hit without saying anything. You basically told who deleted Frank, the family members, and you knew exactly what the heck he was doing. This dude you had a conversation with him. I am jumping. I hate that I'm jumping. Guys. I don't want to jump, but all right. The point is, Monet shouldn't have done this, okay? Because now it's a domino effect. Gordo wanted revenge for who deleted his dad. So, of course, your sons, what would make you think, stupid, that your sons are not going to want revenge for the person that deleted their dad? And your sons are I was going to say, they're deleters. Can't even freaking, I feel like I can't even speak anymore with this daggone thing. Like, everything is a problem. You know what your sons do. And we see her on the trailer talking about something. Don't do anything stupid. And ain't nobody trying to hear that. Drew is like, you guys to be kidding. No. You hear me? No. I hear you, but no, I'm not listening to you. I'm getting rid of the person that got rid of my father. That's that. There's nothing that we can talk about, Ma. Marlon, don't be telling me to chill. I got to be passionate. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. She dumb. Somebody said she is dumb this season. Who said that? One Shot Gaming. Monet low-key kind of stupid this season. Exactly. So can I be passionate? Can I? Monet is either going to jail or die. Right. And I'm about to be here for it. I'm tired of it. Our love said erasers. Thank you, because I'm actually tired of saying delete. Deleters. I'm tired. Okay? Shoot. Anyway, where am I at now? So that didn't work. Her going to a real mother. Let's go back to your point, DeMarcus. A real mother said no. I'm not entertaining this bull because I don't want my boys involved in this. I don't want them in the war. So no, a real mother said that. But what did Monet, the stupid mother who act like only kid she really cared about or really loved is freaking Zeke? And I'm not trying to say nothing bad about Zeke, but even in the conversation later on that she had with Lorenzo, he's like, what about the kids you got with me? Like, what the heck? Like, everything is about Zeke, Zeke, Zeke. Sheesh. And it was really all about Zeke, Zeke, Zeke when he was alive, too. I mean, she freaking loved that boy. Ain't nobody saying, listen, I'm not saying it's wrong, but if you have other children, do not forsake them. Okay? Let's see. All right, so now we got Noma, guys. And she shows up in Italy, and it's like, girl, like she could be everywhere. Okay. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Now, she wants them to retrieve a listening device from her ex Lombardi. And guys, they can't even have a real legitimate business opportunity without this lady popping up and taking advantage of an opportunity. So she's like, listen, there's no way we can get anywhere near, right? We can't get nowhere near this place. But you know who can, right? So this is for LSJ. Like, he can get there. You know, there's going to be a little after party or something like that going on. I don't know if after party was a party or whatever at Lombardi's mansion. And Lombardi also happens to be her freaking ex. Okay. Later on, we find out that he's her baby father. And, so look, she wants to get rid of him. She don't just want no listening device. She wants to erase this guy. All right. So, Braden is in the room, like this room where Lombardi takes his meetings and stuff like that. And he gets caught. Like, he finds the device stuck under like this table or whatever, this end table or something like that. That's what it looks like. And Effie is there. But she walked out right before like a security or something came, like, what are you doing here? But he said it in Italian. And, Braden is speaking English. What the heck? Like, how can you really defend yourself or say anything when the dude, you're American, right? And I'm sorry, yeah, you're American and the dude is freaking Italian. How this is a serious barrier over here. Language barrier. Hello, how are we going to get through this? Because let me tell you something. He freaking took Braden, and that was that. And then you got Effie looking out like, oh my gosh, no, where are you going with them? But she went and she retrieved that listening device, right? But here's the thing. She lucked up because the next dude that came in and caught her, he could speak English. Now, what would have happened if it was another Italian speaking dude and that's all he freaking knew how to speak? She wouldn't have been able to finesse him. Right? So she got lucky and Braden didn't, but Braden held it down. I was like, yo, this boy be holding it down. He really does. He don't be folding under pressure. He be holding it down, yo. They need to start giving him his props. Well, especially Effie. Okay. All right. So listen, Noma winds up coming to the rescue. Okay. And that's when I was like, this is a bad bill over here. Like, what is going on? Listen, I'm not here for all of the, the erasing and the deletions and all that. But I mean, dudes was getting picked off. Lombardi got picked off. His mans got picked off. Everybody was done up from the sky, from the freaking mountains, wherever she had them. She had her snipers they're not even on the roof, okay? Because they're out there in like this desert type of area. And listen, they was out there. And, here go Effie, we called you so that you wouldn't have us kids, so we wouldn't get deleted and all this stuff. And she's like, calm down, like you'll find, basically, like the heck. And I love the dude. I still haven't found out his name, the guy to the right. Like, yo, that's how you show your gratitude, you know? And I'm saying the same thing. Like, are y'all okay? Yeah, you're okay. You're totally alive. I mean, yes, Tariq did have a gun all up in his grill piece, but you're alive. Calm the freak down, okay? And then that's when we saw the guys up top. But anyway, guys, that was that. Let me see what else do I have to say. Oh, so here's the thing. Noma is a bad chick. She's everywhere. You just don't need to play with this lady, okay? Now, we have this stupid girl, Effie. Now, normally she's pretty smart, but the fact that she over here telling folks that she want to get out the game, but then she comes up with this crazy plan to take Noma's daughter, you got to be out your mind. I'm so happy that Tariq shut that plan down. Like, are you crazy? Didn't you just say that Lombardi is like her ex? Like, she just erased her ex. Like, what are you talking about? We're not, she's a savage. That's what that means. So why would you want to take her daughter? Because Effie, look, I understand Effie's thinking, well, this is a way to rid ourselves of this lady because we want to get out the game, right? But at the same time, you can't be messing with a crazy woman like this child. Like, if she's already crazy and you're saying that this is her Achilles heel, she's gonna be crazier. Like, once you mix mama bear with somebody that's already a savage, you're bugging. You get cocaine bear. Like, stop. Freaking stop. All right? Get torn up limb from limb is what you're gonna get. So I'm so happy that Tariq was like, no, like, yeah, out of your mind. All right. So, guys, Diana is back into the house. All right. And this time they have a nice family dinner, no drama, no blowing up, nothing or anything like that. Thank God. And, it was some really nice moments. They're talking about playing spades and they're talking about, Poppy's cooking and, it's a lot of good things going on here. But unfortunately, Diana feels left out and she can't really, join in on the conversation. And so Poppy, he notices. This is why I'm saying I didn't want Lorenzo to go, because he's in tune with everything. He watches the family. He really is like a good head, right? How man is the head of the family. He's a good representation of a head of the family because he, minus the drugs, guys, minus the drugs, he is in tune to what's going on, right? He sits at that head and he looks at everybody and he sees. He reads faces, he reads the room. He reads the table. This is his family. He loves them. So he sees his daughter and she looks left out. So he pulls her aside, let me talk to you, blah, blah. She's like, I don't have the same memories as them and all of this. And all I have is memories of visiting you in Sing Sing. And he's like, so he feels bad. And he tells her, you know what? I'm sorry. That's my bad for dragging you back in. You finally got a taste of freedom. And then I dragged you back in, to this situation. And you know what? We're going to just pull a plug on that. We're not doing that. You're not doing that anymore. You're going to be the first family member to get a college degree and all of that good stuff. And I loved it. I was here for it all. It was a sweet moment. Listen, I know that I've given Diana a lot of hell because of the annoying things that she has done. But listen, that little girl has a sweet heart. She does. But it doesn't mean that she's not going to continue to get on my nerves. That's just that. All right. But she does have a sweetheart. I do like the relationship that she has. And she's like, oh, thank you, Poppy. She's so excited about it. And I feel bad for what's about to happen. She's going to lose her dad. And she's going to take that really, really hard because he's the one that really has his baby girls back. She's going to lose that one person. And so that's really, it's going to be bad for her. I feel bad about this, guys. Another thing is that we learned that Lorenzo was into baseball, and he said it just wasn't in the cards. And it just goes to show you guys that it's not true that you don't have, that drugs or selling drugs is the only choice. That's not true. Like he could play baseball. So whatever it was that you couldn't get there, I don't know. I can't speak to that, but it's like, folks just have to want it more or fight more or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Just You ain't got to go to drugs. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So what else do we have? So we also have the scene where Monet is sitting outside. She got a little wine or something like that. And Gordo comes to see Drew, right? But Monet is on the steps. And so she's asking him, how does the grief start to get better? And he says, over time, but it's still there, right? Like it doesn't leave fully, but it does, it summers over time. And then she asks him, what about the anger? And he's like, the anger does not leave. And to be honest, if he could slit the freaking throat of the person that deleted his dad, then he would. And I was like, that's all she needed to hear, right? Because what? His mother wasn't trying to hear it, right? What's her name? Evelyn. She wasn't trying to hear that. But if Monet hears that there's somebody that I can give this information to that's actually going to do something about it. Oh yeah, I'm about to take this opportunity. Oh my gosh. It was just too much, guys. It was too much. All right. So another thing is that Saxe finds the police file from Whitman's from Whitman's house, right? That Whitman had in Davis's office. And I'm so annoyed at Davis for putting a key underneath that little pad thing on the desk or whatever. Like, and then if you're going to do that, first of all, you might as well not have a daggone key to the drawer if you're going to do that, right? Second of all, if you're going to do that, why not lock the door to your office? Like scratching my head. Why not lock the freaking door to your office? But that's neither here nor there, guys, because you know what? They worked it all out. Because what did he do? He looking at it. He didn't take a picture though, but he looked, right? And he saw that it was a file that Davis definitely shouldn't have had. And he right away texts Jenny. And he's like, we should meet. And she's like, can't. I'm like, oh, I was actually surprised that she said no. Like, you're over here fiending and stuff like that. Oh, you need to get me something, Saxe, and all of this. Like, she's about to freaking cry. And I was very surprised that she said no, but I guess she was on her way to go see Lauren and everything like that. But whatever. So he was surprised. I guess he was caught off guard as well, just like I was, because he was like, oh, okay, she over here saying no. Let me go see what's going on. So he goes and he's waiting outside of the office and he calls her while he's looking at her and she freaking says to that call. Like, nope. Oh, that's Saxe. Nope. So he's like, oh, she over here forwarding me to voicemails and all of that. Let me follow this chick. So he goes and follows her right to where Lauren is being held. And there's a freaking bodyguard outside, a security guard outside. So he's like, who the heck is in there? Like, what is going on? First, he tried to get in. The security guy was like, nope, you can't get in. Let me see your ID. Oh, no, my ID was left in the car. All this. Like, boy, you could have went and got your ID real quick. But anyway, so she came out, Jenny. She comes out. And what are you doing here, Saxe, and all this? And Saxe is just pissed off. Like, what is going on? You had me riding for you, trying to build a case against the Sahadas and Tariq, even though I know he didn't delete Lauren. But I'm still over here trying to help you out and build a case because you said, Lauren is gone. And, she just has nothing to say. And he's like, if you don't let me know what's going on, who's in there and all that, so you don't let me know what's going on, then I'm done with you. And she was like, bye. I have you escorted if you need it. I said, She was, listen, for somebody that was acting like she needed Saxe's help so much, she really treated that dude like he was hella expendable. And I was just like, wow, cold-hearted, okay? And thankfully, my girl Lauren was listening and she heard what he said about Tariq as well. Came out like, wait a minute, is this what happened? Did you lie to me too? I like Lauren. Did you lie to me too? And he's basically telling her, like, before he left, because he was getting escorted off. Okay, let's just be honest. That's that. Like, you got to go. Nobody wants to hear nothing from you, right? So she's saying, did you lie to me too? And then he's like, listen, you are being held against you. No, he didn't say you're being held against you. Well, he said it's illegal for her to keep you here, right? And which is something that we've all been saying, right? We've been kind of speculating. It's like, I don't think this is illegal stuff that's happening. So Sachs, as a lawyer, has let her know this is illegal what she's doing. Like, you don't got to be here. And I saw how Tariq looked when he thought you died. He loves you, right? So, I didn't freaking hit my daggone elbow. Ooh! Are any of y'all one of them kind of people that beat something up after you hit? I'm one of those kind of people. If I stub my foot, I'm kicking the wall. If I freaking hit my elbow, I'm punching something. Like, that's how I am. So you had to witness that. I'm sorry. I cannot stand that. That's how you know I'm the type of person. If somebody hit me, I'm going off. Because I cannot stand to be touched. Like, by wood, by walls. I don't care. Anyway, sorry, had to go off a little bit. It's live, baby. That's what happens live. Anyway, if it was a video recorded, I would have deleted that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I choose violence in those moments. You feel me? Anyway, so, and now she's looking at this chick like, wow, you over here manipulating, because that's what she's listening to this whole thing. And he's over here like, yeah, you manipulated me. You manipulated her, and so it's a shame. But it's not really though, right? Because we want Jenny to get what's coming to her. And now that we are on the topic of Jenny, guys, I feel like the only way out of this whole situation, because she's building a RICO case, is for her to get deleted. All right. And the perfect person to delete her is who? We're looking at her, Lauren. Even though, no, she has not done anything like that. She don't know how to freaking erase nobody. The only daggone eraser she ever used is on top of a freaking pencil. You know what I'm saying? This is a good girl we talking about. But at the same time, you done subjected her to some cruelties. She done been attempted deletion on her life. She's being held against her will pretty much. She ain't got no Wi-Fi. She's being tortured, guys. Not physically, but her mind is being tortured. She is about to go crazy. And you never know. We did see in the trailer that Sachs is finally talking to her now. So he's getting into her head. What is Sachs going to say? Is he going to try to, because he was saying something, the way that you get him to pay for his crimes is to basically snitch, right? But who is he talking about? And my thing, I think he's talking about Brayden, because why the heck would she want to do anything against Tariq when she feels like it was Brayden? I mean, her eyes have seen it. It's Brayden and Effie. They looked like they was working together. So why would she want to do something against Tariq at this point? Now, because she's going to be working with Sachs on the legal side, who's probably going to be giving her legal counsel, but then she's going to be working probably with Tariq. She might be in contact with Tariq, and Tariq might come up with a plan and say, listen, this is this, that, and the third. And nobody's going to listen. I don't think Tariq would tell her to actually erase Jenny. But something might be said that makes her feel like that's the only option that she has. And I think she'll be able to get away with it because, remember, this girl's supposed to be dead. It's the perfect reason, right? It's what do they call? I think there was a movie called The Perfect Murder or something like that. It's the perfect murder, guys. She's supposed to be dead. So how in the world? And kind of, did y'all see that movie Double Jeopardy where it was who was the actress? Oh my gosh, she's a pretty white lady. I freaking forgot her name. Judd. I think it was Ashley Judd. She was framed, for her husband's deletion, and all along the father was really alive. She spent time in jail and everything. And one day she called, and she had her son on the line, and he said, "Hey, daddy." And she's like, "What?" Like she done freaking like heard a ghost or something, or because obviously she didn't hear the father, but the son is saying, "Hi, daddy." Like, oh snap. So it became the perfect deletion, because now she out there now I'm really going to delete you. You tried to move on, put me behind bars and move the freak on with another chick, and you ain't even really dead. So now she could really go out and delete him for real. And they can't charge her again because double jeopardy, right? It really was AG top 5, girl. Top 5. Anywho, so I had to go off a little bit, but that's that. So I'm making a point that this is what Lauren can do, guys. She can actually be the one to get rid of Jenny. But will she do it? Probably not. Probably not. But it's just Miss K's wishful freaking thinking at this point, How y'all feel about that? All right, so let's see, where else are we? So right. All right. So of course we see he finds out Lauren's alive. We said that already. Okay, so we have the scene where Lorenzo, he confesses to Monet. And I was like, oh shoot, what's gonna happen? Me and my son was looking at it, and he was like getting closer to her, and I was like, back up, because she just finished doing the dishes and all that. And I'm like, we don't know if she can have a knife. We don't know. Just back up. So, but she didn't. She definitely, started to throw things at him and all that stuff. So it was just like, oh my gosh. She was upset. She says, I don't want to see you again. Like, you need to get out of my house and all of this and all of that. And I'll tell the kids we're getting separated. Now, this is the scene where I was talking about how he was saying, you act like it's just Zeke. He didn't say this verbatim, but basically that's what he's saying. What about the rest of us? What about the kids that you have with us? We started a family. What about everything that we built together? And he kept like saying, Mo, you can you forgive me? Like, wait. And I just dang it. I hate stuff like this, guys. Like right now, I've been extra emotional. I'm not pregnant, no. But, I'm going through my own personal things that have me emotional kind of like on a regular basis. So when I see stuff like this, it really tugs on my heart even more. And I just be like, oh my gosh, ready to cry. And I just hated this scene. I'm just be honest, because you kind of knew that this man was out the door. Like, not just out the door as far as she's talking about, you get out the house, we'll have a meeting with the kids. No. Y'all always be telling me to relax. Anyway, but yeah, it is what it is. We knew that this was going to be a situation, guys. And listen, everybody is home and they're waiting for Poppy to get home. They decided we're going to play spades again. It seems like Drew and Monet are undefeated and all that, which is cool. And it's fun because now Diana is there, and she is she's about to get taught spades. Once Poppy comes, he's going to teach me how to play spades and all of this and that. And what happens? No. Poppy is leaving. I was going to say the office, but no, he's leaving the bar. And he sees a freaking nail in his tire, and he's going, whatever he said in Spanish. I wish I could say it, but I think it was a curse. So that's why I kind of made fun. No offense to anybody that's Latino or whatever. Like, I love the language, so no offense. I just didn't want to curse. So, he says whatever he says, and then he goes into the trunk and he's getting the spare tire. And I said, he's gonna get his he's going to get his throat slit. This is how he's gonna go, because that's exactly what we heard Gordo say. So I already knew it, and I'm like, this is how it's going down, because it's perfect. He's got his back, against the assailant coming. He's looking down. You knew, didn't you guys? And it was a bad way to go. It really was. I was hoping that it wouldn't be, by him getting his throat slit, but it was kind of already. You just knew it, and that's just that. And he said, you bleed for what you did, or something like that. He said over Lorenzo's body, and I'm just like, stressful. So I'd like to say this, right? Before we get into, what I'm going to talk about last. I'd like to say this. In the trailer, we see that Drew, and I talked about it a little bit earlier, which is the reason why I don't like to go ahead, but sometimes that happens. Drew is the one that seems most like ambitious about getting his father's eraser. And it's so funny that the person that did it is the man that he's like, screwing now, his play cousin. And here's my thing. Drew's the smart one, right? We know Kane is, he's trying to increase his intellect and all that, and that's great. But Drew is the smart one, calculated and all that. To the point where I had a video for season 1, maybe 2 years ago, that I kind of compared him to Michael Corleone. Now, that was during the first season. Would I compare him to him now? Mm-mm. But I did, right? Because he showed a lot of different things, right? So anyway, he's a smart one. Now, something has to happen between him and Gordo that is going to make him find out that Gordo did this. How is that going to happen, guys? I don't know, but he's sleeping with the dude. So maybe one day after they have a little session, he sees the text that Monet sent him. Oh, no, that he sent Monet, that Gordo sent Monet saying it's done, thank you, whatever, right? Now, why would he look in his phone? There has to be a reason for him to go look into his phone. He's not going to just go looking through the dude's phone. There has to be some type of suspicion, some type of thing that makes him not trust him, right? To go looking through his phone. Listen, nowadays we got the freaking iPhones where you need somebody's fingerprint in order to get through somebody's phone. But for TV purposes, they'll make it work, right? They might, or maybe he'll be drunk and passed out and he use a phone and, use a fingerprint like that. But we also did see in this episode that Kiki was able to get a hold of Braden's phone because he dropped it and she saw all of the stuff coming through the fake Bitcoin thing. All of the, the little orders coming through for their their hustle. So yeah, it's possible. It'll work. Okay. The only thing is there has to be a reason why he would want to go through, I was going to say guap, through Gordo's phone. So that means that trust has to be eliminated. There gotta be a reason why he's not going to trust Gordo. Maybe he's going to say something, slip and say something stupid that will make Drew be like, what the heck was that about? Or just suspicious behavior. I don't know. Or every time Drew wants to get back at somebody, Gordo's hesitant. It has to be a reason why. And the writers are good enough to make it so that there's going to be a reason why he would go through his phone. If that's how he finds out anyway, guys. I'm just saying that if he finds out that way, I don't freaking know. But hey, whatever. So later for Romeo and Juliet, like I was saying, Romeo and Juliet, they were in love and their families were at war. And yes, the Tejadas and the Castillos will be at war, I believe. But this is different. For somebody that you're sleeping with, delete your father. This is different. This is very good TV, is my freaking opinion, okay? Now, Eric Iverson says, somebody dumb said on Brillo channel, why did Lorenzo yell for help after getting his throat sliced? Oh, my gosh. Ooh, I don't want to talk about nobody. AG said, Lorenzo is my man. Yeah. And B said, a brutal way to go, but bye, Poppy. Oh. Yeah, it is. It was brutal. AG said the kids will figure out what happened very soon when they will be in prison very soon. And at this point, I kind of welcome it because, like I said, she's over here talking about you're not gonna do, calm down. Like, of course, I'm paraphrasing. Calm down. Don't do anything stupid or irrational, whatever. And it's just like, were you thinking about that when you told this kid that Lorenzo is the one that erased Frank? Was you thinking about your kids? Because nobody's taking Poppy's death lying down. Not in this business that y'all in, stupid. Duh. And don't be telling me to calm down, y'all. Because ain't nobody taking it lying down. Not in this business. The heck? Romeo and Ramiro. It's Romeo and Julio. Romeo and Julio, okay? So let's wrap this up, guys. Poppy never made it home. Never was able to teach his daughter how to play spades. Just sad. And then the way he was looking up, it was sad. It was sad. All right, so now we get to the scene where Lauren texts Tariq. And yeah, relax and chill. It was Kane. Yep, it was Kane. Kane is the one that deleted Frank. Romeo and Julian, yeah. Stop it. Hi, Dr. Glock 2. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all in here. Please hit the like button. I think it was 53 at one point. It's 48 now. Please hit the like button and share the video as well. All right, so Lauren texts Tariq. Okay. See, because before, she wanted nothing to do with Tariq anymore because Jenny done got up in her head that Tariq is living his best life and he was behind this whole thing, this whole hit on you, okay? He was behind it, girl. So now she's upset with Tariq and she wants to start talking the best she can. Like, I remember this. Something else was suspicious. You know, y'all saw last week's episode, right? But now that Sax comes in and she's seeing that she has been manipulated by Jenny, this freaking liar. Now she wants to talk to the man, the source, like not really the source, but she wants to hear from the horse's mouth. Like, why did you want me dead? So he comes out, he's seeing this number, like, what the heck is going on with this? So he comes out, Lauren got the freaking box cutter, like, girl. He tried to move up. She said, listen, no, I don't trust anybody. But she had to have an inch of some type of trust if she went to go see Tariq. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she got the box cutter out, like, what's going, like, I can't trust anybody. Guys, I don't have the verbatims, but I'm trying to do like a little imitation of her, but I can't really remember everything that she said. But why did you want me dead, Tariq? Right? He's like, what, Lauren? What's going on? What are you doing here? Blah, blah, blah. I honestly did not like his reaction because I'm like, this is a girl that you really care about, maybe even loved, okay? According to Sax, the way Sax saw it was like, shoot, he loved you, okay? I didn't like his reaction. Like, it was not like somebody that saw somebody that was supposed to be dead. It was just kind of like, what are you doing? I don't know. I needed more. Thank you, Eric Iverson, for the super chat. Kay, you think they really went to Italy? Because the background when they was in the conference room looked real green screen. Good question, because I thought of that myself. Like, I wonder if they really went to Italy. And to be honest, I don't think they did. I really don't think they did. I was looking for that real, authentic Italy type of feel, and I did not feel it. So it's okay. But it's okay, right? Thanks again for the super chat. All right, so here we go. Thank you, AG. I'm about to continue. That's why I said here we go. let me get it in. All right, so but he's like, I wasn't feeling his reaction. And I'm like, you're supposed to be loving this girl and caring about this girl. Like, you should really be shocked. But he wasn't, and I can't say he wasn't shocked. I don't freaking know. Okay. I don't know. I just needed more. That's all I got to say about that. Okay. So, she's like, she's working with the feds. Cause he's like, wait a minute. Like, so where were you this whole time? Because honestly, he was like, if I would have known you were, he kind of stopped what he was saying. Is almost, and I feel like if I could finish the sentence for him, if I would have known you were alive, I wouldn't be with no freaking Effie over here. Or I would have been trying to find you, girl, But he stopped what he said and like, where the heck have you been all this time, Lauren? Because honestly, it did look like he probably wanted to maybe hug her or anything. But we got to remember, she had the box cutter and all that. And he was just like, all right, whatever. So she's like, she let it be known that your girlfriend is the one that she knocked me out. What'd she say? She knocked me out and she drugged me and she pushed me into a river, like the car into a river, whatever she said. And, Braden, of course, she let it be known it was Braden. And then Effie came, that girl, Effie, your girl, came and took me. And I was like, Dad, this is really, really bad for Tariq to hear, though, guys, because this is people that, you know, Effie, he seems to be falling in love with, and then you have his friend Braden, who he's treating like family. He's really going hard for these guys because right now it's all about family for Tariq. You know, we saw what he wrote on the card when they was talking about what's important to folks, and unfortunately the people that he's holding so close to him right now are lying to him and keeping this really huge secret. So that's pretty much that. But then, you know, he's like, where have you been? And she said, with the feds. And he's like, oh, so you're their witness. And she's like, and I'm not the only one, guys. She said, I'm not the only one you need to be worried about. Okay, if what you're saying is true, I'm not the only one. Because he's like, I want to go talk to Effie right now. And she's like, no, you can't let nobody know that I'm alive, you know? So that's another secret, guys. And I wonder if next week she's gonna see Tariq again, or like, do you guys think that they're gonna see each other again next week, or is it gonna be like the following week? Like, I don't know. But she really does need to be protected because remember, they wanted her dead in the first place. So she can't really be out here all willy-nilly, but she can text Tariq and say, hey, meet me here. She can, right? And now that we have Sax, who cannot stand, or he's done with Jenny, and he's gonna probably be, you know, working more closely with Davis now and not freaking working behind his daggone back. You know, now maybe he'll be working closer with Tariq as well. So we shall see, you know. I don't know. I hope that I didn't forget anything. I tried my best to say everything that I need to say. And when he comes back to the room, Effie's like, is everything okay? Like, where did you go? Blah, blah. He's like, oh, you know, I just had to go outside. I can't sleep because, you know, the time zones got me all jacked up. And so she says, when he gets back in bed, he's like, she says, oh, you know, I've been meaning to tell you something because, you know, I couldn't say it because of all the stuff that's been going on. And I was like, this girl ain't about to confess nothing that have any freaking thing to do with Lauren. So let me just hear what this is, because I already know it ain't what he gonna be listening for. She said, I love you too. Girl. Because he told her that he loves her, right? At the freaking, you know, in Italy. In Italy, he said, I love you. Oh, no, he said the girl I love or something like that. And she didn't say it back. And my thing is, you had the perfect opportunity, honey. Like, were you talking about all the stuff that was going around? No, you were soaking it in, feeling all googly inside, but you just didn't utter the words. Now all of a sudden, you want to tell him you love him. And Tariq is now looking down like, freaking lying little snake. So I cannot wait to see what's going to freaking happen now. I really can't. We got Eric Iverson again with another super chat. Thank you so much. Once Lauren folks find out she alive, because you said Alice, because I was about to read Alice, my man. Okay. Once Lauren finds out, Lauren's folks find out she's alive, they're going to sue the department and Jenny will be fired for damage control. And I said that last week too, that they're going to sue. Definitely believe that. Thank you so much, Eric Iverson. Yeah, freaking snake. You know, he looking down at this little Slytherin house, and you know, a member of freaking Slytherin house all up in his bed and everything. You know, like, come on. I think it's House Slytherin, right? Anyway, for the Harry Potter lovers out there. But guys, okay, so somebody said, before I get out of here, I want to see what you guys are saying. Somebody said that Effie will die. Eric Iverson said Effie gonna die by the finale. And AG says Effie will not die, but she will hook up with Kane. I could see that. And I kind of feel like what's her name? CK. I kind of feel like she has some love for the character Effie as well. I don't see her getting rid of her. That would be a surprise to me. The same way I feel like it would be a surprise to get rid of Tariq at, you know, even the series finale. I would be very surprised and shocked. I would be surprised at her getting rid of Effie. But listen, not to say Effie's going to be safe throughout the whole thing. I do believe that at some point she could be deleted at some point, you know, but maybe, you know, like, let's say if they go all the way to season 6, maybe in season 6 or something like that, or 5. Like, I feel like Effie will be here for the long haul. So we shall see. I don't know, guys, but and B says she want to I want a backstory of Effie. I'm sorry, did I say, I don't know if I'm right by saying she. I apologize if I'm wrong. Backstory, you know, sometimes I can't tell. All right, but anyway, guys, so iconic says they will have communication. Yes, so you believe that that Tariq and Lauren are going to have communication. I believe that as well. Maybe through some type of text or something, or meeting up again, you know? Meeting up again, once again, honey, once again. Yep, Effie LSW. Hey, boo boo. Effie is running in the season trailer from the Cops, I think. Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. Speaking of Cops, here, let me give you a little bit of tea before I get out of here. So we're done with this. I'm giving you some inside scoop on my life. I just want you guys to be careful. So, absolutely, Dr. Glock, you are welcome. So I let my daughter, who is 14, go to a carnival, and I did not want her to go to the carnival, right? Because I kept asking, where are the parents going to be? All of this. And I don't like her going anywhere where there's not going to be parents. But she's had, there's a group of friends, and then we have somebody's parent is going to be there. She's actually right here next. You know, this is the reason why you also need to speak to parents as well. But these were folks that I didn't even freaking know. Like, I mean, she's with certain kids that I did know, but the person that she said the parent was there or the godparent was there, I didn't know. But anyway, one of the kids, the father came, drops my daughter and her friend off to the carnival. One of my sons, the one that y'all be seeing on the stream with me, was like, "Ma, you shouldn't let her go." Like somebody's put on one of the I don't know if it was IG or whatever, that they was gonna shoot the carnival up. And she was so upset with him. Oh, you know, I hate you. Why are you in this and all of this? And I'm like, the boy cares about you. He loves you. I mean, like, what the heck? So then she looks it up and she finds out that it was about a carnival in Philly that they were sending these threats, right? And hopefully I don't freaking get not demonetized, God forbid, but limited for this crap. Because this is not crap. This is real life that I'm talking about. So hopefully they don't freaking try to do me dirty for that. Thank you, So Iconic. More than minimum wage for your time. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So she found out that they said it was, it was a Philly carnival, because there was a carnival going in Philly and she was trying to go. And I was like, oh no, like because we live very close to Philly. I'm from Brooklyn, but I live in South Jersey now, guys, and it's very close to Philly. And I'm like, they be wilding in Philly. So, no, you're not going to no carnival in Philly. So the carnival that they went to is in a suburban area, right? And it's at a high school we used to actually go into a church that was in there. Long story short, guys, I let my daughter go. Of course, I prayed over her. And I FaceTimed her, got the location, did all that, checking on her and everything. So after I checked on her, next I'm getting this text like, come get me, come get us. Like, what? And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I can't get you. I didn't understand what it was about. But then she calls me like, Mom, a bunch of people just started running. So I started running and I don't know why and all of this. So now I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I have to hurry up and go. Where exactly is the carnival? Whatever. So I have to get there. And I'm driving and everything. Everything's fine because she's letting me know that, first of all, she calls me back and says, nothing. It was okay, Mom. People were just acting stupid. I said, okay. So now I'm calmer on my way there. But when I get there and I'm driving up, uses all these police lights and all of it. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So now I'm calling my child and the phone is going to voicemail. So now, mothers, fathers, like I'm trying not to freak out. Like, she just texted me, Mom, we're going to be across the street from the carnival or whatever. So I was like, okay, just don't get crazy. Don't get, all spooked out. So Then my son is texting me like, Mom, the carnival got shot up and all. I was like, oh my freaking gosh. So now I'm trying to call my daughter and she's still, the phone's going to voicemail. So then as my son's like, why'd you let her go, Mom? Why'd you let her go? Listen, as I'm talking about like this, guys, I almost feel like I need to calm down because I feel like I'm going to get emotional. I'm so happy that my daughter's okay. But when you are going through something like this, you feel, it's very scary. So I'm telling you guys this because now the way the world is right now, we can't even send our kids to carnivals. All right. And I'm telling you, this is not a city carnival. It's the suburbs. And don't sleep on the freaking suburbs either. Like that's what they be doing all that crazy stuff too. All right. So now my son who is at work is like, Mom, what was going? I told you shouldn't. Why'd you let her go? This and that. And I'm like, you freaking said. I mean, she said that she pulled it up and said that the thing was in Philly, right? And you were right there when she said it, and you didn't say anything after that. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of this because I don't want to. I try my best, guys, not to get anxiety over stuff, and I really do kind of keep her in the house a lot. So I was just trying to let her do something else. And that's, it's like, it's, you can't sometimes like, oh, I can't freaking win. But I did because God protected my child and a whole bunch of other kids. And thank God nobody got deleted or nothing like that, but it was people coming to get their kids. And it's just like, you can't even freaking, you people out here don't care anymore. And they want to shoot at carnivals. They want to a place that's supposed to be for fun, and it's just ridiculous. So I was able to get to her, and I'm so glad that she's safe. And thank you, B, because I'm glad she's safe too. But I just wanted to share that story with you guys because it was crazy. This is what was going on before I got on live, which is why I don't have that much screenshots for you because it took away the time. And so that's just that, putting a lot of things in perspective as well, to just and it showed my daughter because she was really giving me a hard time about not letting her go places and things like that. And now she's like, you should have heard her talking to her friend in the back like, girl, I'm done. Y'all could catch me at y'all cribs. Like if y'all want to see me, it's gonna be house visits. We're not going out in public and all of that stuff. And it's almost like she kind of needed to experience that. Of course, on the light level, you don't want nothing crazy to go on for somebody to learn. But it's like, she had to experience that. Listen, your mom and your dad, we're not just out here saying no for no reason. Like we know why we're saying no. Now you get to understand that. So you can even take this and share with your own kids if they're giving you a hard time, because it gets like that. Folks need to see that, Yeah, she was definitely covered, hallelujah, by the blood, child. I be putting anointing oil on my kids and stuff as well. I think somebody else said something about that. That's right. Keep that holy oil in the purse, and that's what I have to do. So that's that, guys. Everybody's safe, thank God. I'm just waiting for one more kid to get home because he's at work. That's the one that called me trying to flip on me, like, why you let it go and all this. And so what happened was she wound up calling me from her friend's phone because her phone died. It was just like, dag, with the moment that I pull up to see all the police outside, then my son's texting me saying it got shot up. And then just right there, she's not answering her phone because it's going straight to voicemail. And that's not cool. That's like, oh my gosh, no. So yes, she called. She was smart enough and called me from her friend's phone, which is good as well. All right, guys, thank you for some extra time. You know how I do sometimes. I share things with you, but I appreciate your time. I love you guys. All right, Marlon Easton, have a blessed night. AG, how you say this name? Best Puggus. Oh gosh, Pugilist. I don't know, but bless you. Thank you so much. Renee Hicks, thank you. AG, Eric Iverson, the Sip Queen. I appreciate all you guys. I'm trying to get some more names in. BAG, I think so iconic. Jerry Carson, welcome to the channel. Mike Conley, Dr. Glock, all of you guys. Love ya. And I'm not sure if I'm going to see you guys on Sunday. I will let you know because I have somewhere to be. Okay, but if not, I'll catch you next time, right? Just keep that notification bell turned on and be blessed and have a wonderful, safe weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.